One of my favorite features in OneNote is tags. For example, we've got the summary page we created earlier, and I might select these 10 points here just by dragging over them. Tags present themselves on the Home tab in the ribbon. There's actually a group called Tags, and in here, if I click the More button, you'll see there's quite a few tags. Some of them have actually got shortcut keys, Control 1 to Control 9. Control 1 to Control 9 are assigned to the top 9 types of tags that we tend to use. I'm going to choose To Do. A To Do tag is the most common tag of all. And now I have a To Do tag in front of each item, which means I can click these items when they're done. You can also add multiple tags. For example, if I click on this particular option here, I might assign Critical. And now it's got 2 tags associated to this particular text. This here might be an idea, so I'll assign Idea. And this one here, Speaker Network, might be a question mark. Whereas this one here, Follow Back, is very important. So you can mix and match as many tags as you like. And the To Do tag is the most popular because it allows you to tick and untick. I might, for example, select this particular container and the text in it, and also apply, by pressing Control 1, To Do tags to each of these. Now you can also customize your tags. If I click the More button and I go down to Customize Tags, here is a list of the tags as they are at the moment. You can move them down and you can move them up using these buttons here. As I move things up and move things down, you'll notice that they acquire the top 9 shortcut keys. So important at the moment is Control 2, but if I was to move it up by clicking this button, it becomes Control 1 and is the top tag. If I move it back down, it becomes Control 2, and if I move it down one more, it becomes Control 3. So I tend to make my most common tags that I use in OneNote one of the top 9, so that I can easily assign tags using shortcut keys. So you can see here I've created some of my own, such as video to watch, a task to do, a movie to see. These 2 here particularly are my own, and there's even a book to read, and a quiz to do, and a practice exercise. You can create your own tags as I've done, and modify tags using these buttons here. You can even delete them using this button here. But I'd like to create a new tag, for example, and this little window, I'll just move it into view, then appears. I then give it a name, so I might decide that I'm just going to go Testing Tags. I can choose a symbol, and there's all sorts of symbols you can use here. So I might choose a happy face. Then I can apply a font color as well, so I could choose, say, an orange. And if I go OK, then I'll find right at the top in Control 3 I've got Testing Tags, so I'll just move that down a little bit and put it under Book to Read. If I then go OK, and either using Control 9 or using the Tags option here, I can select one or more paragraphs and apply Testing Tags. So I might decide that if I'm going to give them a certificate or an award of some sort, that I would want to create a tag that let me reward them in some way. So I'll go back into my More button for tags. I'll go into Customize Tags. I'll make a new tag and I'll call it Certificate or Award. I'll then choose a symbol such as this one here. I might choose a font color such as red, and I might also apply a highlight such as yellow, and OK. Notice it's Control 1. I really don't want it to be Control 1, so I'm going to move it down, and OK. And whenever I want to give somebody a certificate or an award, I would simply highlight certain actions or text or paragraphs and apply this tag. And it's highlighted red and got a little symbol. So tags are great. Now from tags you can create summary pages. So let me just show you how to do that. I'm just going to tick some things as having been completed and some things as having not been completed. I might even go to another page, such as roster, where we had a meeting title page created earlier. So we might have some action items. So there you go, I've just created 4 more to-dos. Now what I'd like to do is show you how you create your summary page. To do this, we go to the Find Tags button. When I go to Find Tags, I end up with this tag summary pane on the right hand side of my screen. What it's doing at the moment, it's searching for tags and it's grouping them by title. So we've got meeting title and summary page, the title of the page. But what I might want to do is group them not by title, but maybe by tag name. And so here's all my to-do tags. Now this is showing me only unticked items or unchecked items. Let's take this tick off, and now I'm seeing absolutely everything. If I don't want to see them by tag name, I might see them by section. So this is the promotion section and this is the roster section. So you can group them by a variety of ways. So I might put it back to title. Then I might decide I actually do want to show only unticked items or unchecked items, things that haven't been done yet. So I'll tick this, and that narrows the list down. I can tell it to search this notebook, or I can tell it to search just a section, just a page, or notebooks, and there's other options there as well. But I'll go for this notebook. And ultimately, when I choose Create Summary Page, here it is here. So this is a summary page of items, not tasks, not completed. These are tasks not completed. Some of them appear in the summary page and some of them appear in the meeting title. And in fact, as I rest on them, you can see a little OneNote symbol appear, which means I can actually jump off to where this emanates from. So if I click this OneNote, I'm actually taken to create a hashtag. If I go back to roster and go back to say identify key tasks and hit this OneNote symbol, it takes me to identify key tasks. So a summary page can be created at any stage, which gives you a list of items that have not been completed yet and grouped in a variety of ways. It's a very handy tool. So I'm going to go back to promotion and I'm going to go back to this summary page here. Now another thing you can do is you can get OneNote to interact with Outlook to a degree. I'll just close this tag summary page. For example, I may wish to turn these into tasks that appear in my Outlook. So I'll select this list, or I could select just one. So you can select one paragraph, or you can select a whole collection of paragraphs. In fact, I might just do this. And then I'm going to go to Outlook Tasks. And I want to make them tasks for tomorrow. So I'll click this option here, or Control-Shift-2. And that has just sent them off to Outlook. In fact, let me show you. If I go to my tasks in Outlook, here they are here. In my tasks folder in Outlook, I have all of those actions now listed as something that needs to be done. And in fact, if I double click and open them up, you can see here there's a link to the OneNote page with this particular task in Outlook. So that's extremely handy as well. So I'll go back to OneNote. The other thing you can do besides sending tasks out to Outlook as tasks is you can bring details that you might have in your calendar in Outlook for a meeting actually into OneNote. So for example, I'll go to meeting details and here is a list of all the things that are coming up in my calendar. And so I'm going to choose a meeting with a social media guru and click this option. And this will bring in here in this container details regarding that meeting. It happens to actually put it in the same container as I had my tags. If I don't like that, I might go undo. I might click here and put meeting details and bring it in again. So I'll go to the meeting details button, I'll choose the particular meeting that's in my Outlook calendar, and it'll bring it into my OneNote. And it's actually been quite stubborn. If it keeps snapping it into the first container, this is how you solve that. Let me delete that. We need to insert a space. So we go to the Insert tab in the ribbon, and we go to the Insert Space button and click it. You move your mouse over the container till it looks like this, and about there is where I want to split it. So now I hold my button down and drag down. And I've just split that container into two. Sometimes that happens in OneNote. It's good that it happens here, and I get to show you. So those are the meeting notes there.